Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit Saturn. The transiting Saturn is in square with natal Ceres. The way the transiting Saturn behaves in square with natal Ceres depends on the position of the natal Ceres. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect with natal Ceres. But the basics are this. When this is the case, your attention is focused on serious problems on a daily basis. But whether it is about solving these problems or wasting time on complicated moves and increasing these problems, the combination of houses and signs will show us. What we can confirm with certainty is that the combination of these two planets in such a tense transit is very useful and constructive. For example, if you have important deadlines to meet now, pay attention to the details. Saturn's cool effect on activities allows you to see things from a different angle, mainly due to a difference in point of view, and according to your actions, you get exactly what you deserve. Narrow-mindedness and firm adherence to one's views are also visible. Although this entire transit is challenging for you, this is more about your habits and how you handle the whole situation. If you are confused, and think that the problem is bigger than you can solve, and if you are slower than usual, then you can also forget things. So, to make a mistake or forget when acting, in a way, as if you are stuck in a dead end with a difficult problem that does not seem to have a good solution. Such a situation well shows the negative approach of Saturn, and fear arises and then things end with a break and running away from the problem. If Ceres is also in an inconvenient position, negligence and carelessness will be visible and will pay off. In such situations, there are visible examples of poor nutrition where a person with excess weight falls into depression and withdraws into himself, gets complexes and then only gets more and more neglected and gets involved in a bigger and bigger problem. As we have already stated, the reason for this is Saturn's inability to act, that is, Ceres' attitude from tomorrow I will go on a diet. By displaying such events, during Saturn's transit, it happens that the planets want to teach you something, and in negative positions, we will clearly see areas about which we did not take care or fear of facing problems, and this often sets you apart from others in the end. But in a positive sense, as we have already stated, it is an excellent transit with great constructive energy. So, this planet is not only a punisher, as many call it, although it is primarily about its position and not about itself, but that is another topic. It is also a teacher, so it is very likely that you will look for a mentor, or even turn to your father, someone who will change the way you think. You will learn experientially, analyze previous patterns of behavior and wisely reconsider all your relationships and commitments. Here we become aware that worrying almost never produces anything, but also that frequent planning and detailing of the factors of the problem will show results. You also become more aware that you have to make important decisions, your sense of perspective is clear enough and in general, you are not afraid of the consequences. So you take everything very seriously. With these issues now facing you, many of you will be forced to re-examine your business plans and ideas to find flaws, and some will feel the need to seek some kind of additional public opinion or otherwise improve your understanding. In any case, there will be no lack of driving energy, and you will be able to see the bigger picture and focus on the immediate situation. So circumstances force you to grow up, to become more responsible if you want to keep your social status and the people who make your life stable and secure. By recognizing the source of the conflict, attack it immediately with skillfully planned details, and don't be on the defensive all the time because then you avoid seeing the reality of things as they are. Define what you need to function more effectively and let go of old patterns or ideas that are no longer sustainable. Likewise, be strict with things, situations, data, facts, and measures. Get rid of illusions, face the truth regardless of things and consequences, set a new way of presenting that will help you be more productive.